Maple Ridge looked flawless, tree-lined streets, identical mailboxes, freshly painted shutters, lawns trimmed with almost unnatural precision. People didn't just live there, they performed. When the Turner family moved in, they were relieved. After years of apartment living, this felt like peace. Quiet mornings, friendly waves, children riding bikes in synchronized loops, and at the center of it all, HOA President Linda Carver, polished, calm, always smiling. At the welcome meeting, she handed them a binder. "Everything you need to maintain community standards," she said warmly. The binder was thick, very thick. Rules about lawn height, rules about curtain colors, rules about holiday decorations, rules about when trash cans could be visible, down to the hour. It felt strict, but manageable. Then came the first letter. Not a fine, a friendly reminder. Their porch light tone was slightly warmer than approved guidelines. They replaced the bulb. Then another note. Their garage door was left open for 27 minutes. Security risk. They apologized. The next week, Mrs. Turner noticed something strange. Every violation letter included a timestamp, down to the minute. One night at 11:43 p.m., she received an email warning that her recycling bin was visible from the street. She hadn't even heard a car drive by. That's when she saw it. A dark SUV parked at the end of the block, engine off, lights off, watching. Maple Ridge wasn't just well managed, it was monitored, and the Turners had just realized this quiet neighborhood might not be peaceful. It might be controlled. Image prompt. The Turners tried to ignore it. They told themselves it was coincidence, overactive enforcement, maybe even paranoia, until the pattern became impossible to deny. Every violation arrived after dark. Every timestamp matched moments when the street was empty, and every notice referenced details that could only be seen up close. One evening, Mr. Turner decided to test something. He left their trash bin 2 inches beyond the approved boundary line. Then he waited. At exactly 10:16 p.m., the dark SUV rolled slowly past their house. No headlights, no music, just a slow glide down Maple Ridge Drive. The next morning at 6:03 a.m., the email arrived. Improper waste container placement, $75 fine. 2 inches. The Turners weren't being managed, they were being hunted. Mrs. Turner began speaking quietly with neighbors. At first, people avoided eye contact, smiled too quickly, changed the subject, but eventually an older resident, Mr. Delgado, whispered the truth. "It's not just rules," he said, "it's leverage." Apparently, fines had become Maple Ridge's main revenue source. The HOA's reserve fund had tripled in 2 years. Landscaping costs hadn't changed, maintenance hadn't improved. So where was the money going? Linda Carver controlled the financial reports. Linda Carver approved every fine. Linda Carver owned the dark SUV. Then came the most disturbing discovery. The Turners learned a previous family had tried to dispute the fines publicly. Within months, their home was declared non-compliant. Legal threats followed. Lien notices appeared. They moved out quietly, no goodbye party, no explanation, just gone. That's when the Turners understood. This wasn't over-enforcement, it was intimidation. And Maple Ridge wasn't just quiet, it was silent for a reason. The Turners stopped reacting emotionally. They started investigating. Mr. Turner requested financial statements under HOA transparency provisions. Linda responded with a polished PDF, summarized totals, clean charts, no line item detail. Too clean. So they dug deeper. A neighbor who once worked in accounting quietly reviewed the numbers. The fines collected over the past 2 years, up 340%. Maintenance spending, flat. Community improvements, none. Then came the irregularity. A recurring line item labeled Administrative Security Services. 6 figures annually, no vendor name, no contract attached, no board vote recorded in the minutes. And the approval signature, Linda Carver. When Mr. Turner cross-referenced business registrations, his stomach dropped. The security company was registered to a holding LLC. The LLC listed a single managing member, Linda Carver. The dark SUV, the nighttime patrols, the fines issued within hours of observation. She wasn't protecting Maple Ridge. She was monetizing it. The security service was her own company, billing the HOA to patrol the neighborhood, issue violations, and generate revenue that justified more security. It was a cycle. Surveillance, fines, increased revenue, justification for more surveillance. And nobody questioned it, because nobody had seen the full picture. Until now. The Turners compiled everything, screenshots, public records, financial inconsistencies. Then they did something Maple Ridge had never seen before. They requested a special meeting and invited every homeowner. Linda responded with a brief email. Attendance is optional. But this time, the silence was breaking, and secrets don't survive sunlight. Here it is. Read word for word exactly as you wrote it. The special meeting was fuller than any gathering Maple Ridge had ever seen. No cookies, no cheerful welcome speech, just tension. Linda stood at the front, poised as always, navy blazer, perfect posture, calm smile. Let's address the misinformation, she began smoothly. Then Mr. Turner walked forward. He didn't shout. He didn't accuse. He projected. First slide, HOA fine revenue over 3 years. Second slide, administrative security services payments. Third slide, business registration documents. The room shifted. The final slide showed the LLC filing. Linda Carver listed as managing member. Gasps. Someone whispered, "That's her." Mr. Turner explained the pattern. Surveillance at night, fines issued by morning, HOA money funneled into her own security company. Linda tried to interrupt. "This is standard procedure." A board member cut her off. "We never approved this contract." Silence spread like wildfire. Neighbors who once defended her now stared in disbelief. Mr. Delgado stood slowly. "You find us to pay yourself." The words hung heavy. Someone in the back called out, "That's fraud." Within minutes, the board voted to suspend her pending investigation. Within a week, a forensic audit began. Within a month, the results were undeniable. Improper self-dealing, undisclosed financial interest, breach of fiduciary duty, legal action followed. Linda didn't resign publicly. She disappeared quietly. House listed, SUV gone. And for the first time in years, Maple Ridge felt different. Not perfect, not silent, just free. Because the darkest secret in the quietest neighborhood had finally been dragged into the light. Have you ever dealt with an HOA like this? Share your experience in the comment. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more HOA stories.